It's a raccoon with a talk show slinging culture facts you might not know. From the biggest flops to the greatest hits, this is Trash Can Tidbits.
Hi everyone, it's me, Beaton, and welcome back to the 9th installment of Trash Can Tidbits. The number 9 is a pretty important number in my life because September 9th is actually my birthday. So, I'm glad to bring you this 9th list on such a great occasion. I hope you enjoy what I got this week for you, so let's jump right in with the facts. Fact 1. Did you know that legendary composer John Williams is playing the piano in the musical score for To Kill a Mockingbird? The film's composer, Elmer Bernstein, wanted to start the film with a feeling of childlike wonder with a solo piano, giving the impression that a child just played random notes on said instrument. And in one of his first music assignments, future composer John Williams was the one who was playing the piano on the soundtrack. And it worked. As the music slowly comes in, it gives off the emotional response the movie itself needed. Fact 2. Did you know that actor Paul Newman started 2 disaster films for producer Irwin Allen, and notably began a product empire that continues to this day? Allen has notably produced films such as The Poseidon Adventure and the TV series The Time Tunnel, and Paul Newman starred in 2 of his projects, The Towering Inferno and When Time Ran Out. However, the latter film was such a massive flop, but Newman agreed to star in it because he needed seed money to start his own salad dressing business. As a matter of fact, you might have a bottle of Newman's own salad dressing in your refrigerator right now, actually. Fact 3. Did you know that there was an 8-film gap between James Bond movies where the main actress is not a blonde? The last main Bond girl that was a blonde that began this hiatus was actress Marianne Dabo in 1987's The Living Daylights. The streak was eventually broken by Léa Seydoux in 2015's Spectre. Between those 2 films, there were 8 altogether that did not have a blonde-haired leading Bond girl. License to Kill, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall. It should be noted, though, that blonde actress Rosamund Pike was in Die Another Day and plays a large role, but she doesn't really count, as she's actually a villain. Fact 4. Did you know that the Paper Mario series originally began as a sequel to Super Mario RPG? The game also began life on the ill-fated Nintendo 64 DD, or disk drive, which was a Japan-only release peripheral that was supposed to expand cartridge space for the N64. The original Super Mario RPG was made by Square for the SNES as a way to gain a foothold on the JRPG market in the US. But development for the sequel was shifted to Intelligent Systems when Square moved on to working on an exclusive deal with Sony. The 2D art style that was created was embraced by the developers and was quickly made into its own franchise instead, Paper Mario. Fact 5. Did you know that the game Star Wars Dark Forces was the first first-person shooter to have a jump button? Before that, early first-person shooters like Wolfenstein 3D and Doom not only did not have a jump button, but also didn't allow the player to look up and down. Dark Forces was the first game to remedy this, in addition to having voice prompts that were activated when the player reached certain objectives in the game. And although it didn't get praise at the time, these functions have now become the industry standards. Fact 6. Did you know that Harrison Ford was one of the actors considered to play Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park? He turned it down because he felt the role was too similar to Indiana Jones, and the part went to Sam Neill. Interestingly enough, Neill, a then up-and-coming New Zealand actor, got his big break in America thanks to British actor and his film mentor, James Mason, who had previously starred in a movie where he also got to interact with dinosaurs, 1959's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Fact 7. Did you know that at the time of its release in both graphic novel and film form, the literature and fantasy-based characters in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, such as Captain Nemo, Alan Quatermain, and Dorian Gray, were all in the public domain, except for the Invisible Man. As such, the movie version of the Invisible Man, which would have been directly based on the H.G. Wells character, could not retain the rights to the name Griffin, so instead the filmmakers renamed him as Skinner, even though he is called Griffin in the graphic novels. I do believe, though, that if the movie were made today, they could use the name Griffin, as I think the copyright on Wells' The Invisible Man has since expired. Comment below if you think that would be the case now. Fact 8. Did you know that actor Christopher Daniel Barnes, best known as the voice of Spider-Man in the 90s cartoon, not only played Greg Brady in the Brady Bunch movie, but also notably spoofed the Brady Bunch before starring in that movie? Barnes had previously starred in an 80s sitcom called Day by Day, and in Season 2, Episode 11, a very Brady episode, his character, Ross Harper, falls asleep and has a dream where he is the long-lost Brady, Chuck. The episode even features cameos from many of the original Brady Bunch cast, including Florence Henderson, Robert Reed, and even the original Greg Brady, Barry Williams. Fact 9. Did you know that actress Amanda Seyfried has appeared in 2 musicals where her deceased mother comes to her character as a ghost? She played Sophie Sheridan in Mamma Mia and its sequel, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. In the latter, it's revealed that her mother Donna, played in young age by Lily James in flashbacks and in older age by Meryl Streep, has died, and she appears as a ghost at the end of the movie to bless the birth of her grandchild. Seyfried also played Cosette in Les Miserables, and her character's mother, Fantine, played by Anne Hathaway, also makes a ghostly appearance at the end of the movie. Coincidentally, a song in both musicals share similar titles and are sung by the mothers. Donna in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again sings, I Have a Dream, and Fantine sings, I Dreamed a Dream. Fact 10. Did you know that Tiger Electronics took a stab, no pun intended, at making a handheld version of Resident Evil 2 not once, but twice? In addition to their Resident Evil 2 port for the ill-fated Gamecom, they also made a version for the Tiger 99X, which was a standalone portable console similar to their LCD games, but utilized dot matrix hardware that was found in the Game Boy. This version is notable, though, for being the first Resident Evil game to incorporate multiplayer, a function that would be better put to use in games like Resident Evil Outbreak. And here's a special 11th fact for this week, since 10 was just not enough for me. Fact 11. Did you know that the theme song to the 90s Spider-Man cartoon was performed by Aerosmith guitarist Joe Perry? Possibly as a sly nod to this, when Sam Raimi made the first Spider-Man movie in 2002, Aerosmith themselves recorded a cover of the famous Spider-Man 60s cartoon theme song for the movie soundtrack, complete with Joe Perry's awesome guitar work. And there we go for this week. Before I go, I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you out there that have enjoyed my content and helped me reach 100 plus subscribers. This really means a lot to me, and I hope to continue making great trivia content for you. And thank you also out there who reached out for me during my birthday. It makes me so happy to make these videos. I really can't do this without you, so thank you so much. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share my videos. I'll see you next time.